Welcome in! Glad to see you back here. If you're seeing this video, that means you made it successful into 2024. That's great. I hope you had a good holiday time, some moments to just calm down, relax, maybe spend it with your loved ones, family, friends, or maybe even by yourself. I hope you're doing good. 2023 has been a rather stressful year for me personally, though it's mostly my own fault really, worrying over the future, trying hard for self-improvement, overthinking a lot, wanting too much but being able to do way too little, at least from how it feels like. Just having this feeling of I could do so much more really. I don't know. A lot of thoughts are going currently through my mind, and I was thinking about doing a video on my favorite games this year. I mean, you've probably seen quite a few of them, but I really haven't played many games, like at all. And once again, it's a combination of just time lagging and wanting to incorporate those games into streams, sharing my reactions. And all of that just ended up me playing Metroid Prime Remastered over a whole year, never finishing Pikmin 4 or Fire Emblem Engage. At least I was able to complete Future Redeemed and Tears of the Kingdom and Super Mario Bros. Wonder not too long ago. Personally, I played Subnautica and its sequel Below Zero this year by myself. Also finished both. Below Zero actually over the holidays, so also not too long ago. The same with Metroid Prime Remastered actually, and I even recorded the finale. I intend to do a video on that. But other than that really, nothing else. And like I said, it's mostly my own fault for that. I started to play a bit more Spiral Knights again recently. I just felt nostalgic after making that video about games that I played in the past, and I came back to it and just had a good time really. So yeah, that's the reason I haven't made a video on that matter. I try to improve in editing, creating thumbnails, learning things in general for creating content. And if you're asking why, it's rather simple. I mentioned it multiple times at this point. I tried a lot of things in my life in search of a hobby, maybe even a purpose. I don't know. Still doing that in some way. I've been drawing, learning how to do it and everything until I was able to do solid art pieces, I would argue. And usually if I showed it to some person, the reaction was a simple, wow, cool. I don't think we need to argue that praise or compliments from a complete stranger has more weight than from a parent, for example. Just throwing that in. Maybe it's just me. It kind of feels more serious. I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels that way. If anywhere it only happened online that people genuinely liked the art, but that happened only way later, where I already stopped drawing stuff. I'm not even talking about Miiverse art. It could have been way better anyways, but the same with trying to make music, creating mashups, editing videos, writing things, making photos, and different kinds of photos, but no one ever cared. Any compliments that I've gotten in the past were ones not wanting to hurt your feelings, you know those. And I get it, it's nothing special. The things I did weren't special. You've seen all of those things being done a billion times better by other people. But if it isn't on my side after a certain amount of time, it becomes pointless to me. Doesn't make sense to you? It shouldn't be about that. I mean, I can't make sense of most things regarding me just as well. Does that make sense? I don't know. My English sucks as well. I usually just stop and do not continue. It's simply not worth it in my opinion. And after a while I went back to making videos, and for the first time ever through YouTube I received compliments that felt genuine. And I wouldn't consider myself to be a good editor, really. I genuinely don't think I am, but for the first time ever there were people that enjoyed the things I do. And man, it is such a good feeling. Who knew, right? But going back to games. If I had to decide for my favorite experience this year, it would be, well, I guess it's obvious, Future Redeemed. Considering the fact that this expansion concluded the trilogy, it was a perfect ending, man. It was everything that I have wished for, and it was simply fantastic. Now, about 2024, I will come to the games in a bit. I talked about the topic a bit more on the Metroid Prime finale recording that I made, but I just wanted to talk about my channel for a bit. Or simply the fact that I'm still not sure what I want from this whole thing. What my end goal is, or what I would like to continue doing content-wise. Regarding videos, most people seem to be interested in my montages and trailers only. It is no surprise considering the views compared to every other of my videos. I talked about it during one of my Tears of the Kingdom streams, which I also have made a stream highlights on the channel, that even though it's great that people enjoy them, that it feels like that this is just what I am now. The trailer guy. The dude that makes good montages. And, well, that's about it. Which, the main reason I made these videos in the first place is because they simply didn't exist. I mean, sure, one could argue that's the point of YouTube, really, but... I made them because it was wanted by the community. And even though I continued, it didn't carry over to anything else. Sure, I may just need to continue, and I'll get there eventually over time, but I just wanted to simply share my thoughts here. Though, most people won't care about this video to begin with, and it's not that people have to. That's just how it is. Once again, I'm just sharing my thoughts. Something else that goes through my mind is to maybe split videos, shorts and live streams to different channels. It's no surprise that most people are either interested in videos only, shorts only, or streams only, which is the reason that more and more creators do that. On the other hand, streams altogether aren't really worth it for me right now, considering that time that goes into it, losing the free time that I would have had for videos or shorts. And like that one person not too long ago coming into the stream and asking why only 2 people are watching, considering I have 3.5 thousand people subscribed. Yeah, once again, because most people subscribe for the videos or shorts. Or maybe even community posts. I don't know, man. And shorts is a whole other story too. YouTube is pushing them so hard. If you don't do shorts, your channel won't do good in the long run, it feels like. But on the other hand, I'm too small of a creator to split the content. It doesn't make sense in my position. So, what am I supposed to do? I have no idea. Maybe just kinda continue. I also wanted to do more with Discord and Patreon, but I can only do so much by myself at the same time. And some things have to be paused every time. I feel like every creator has some master plan or secret technique, or create some sort of mystery around their channel. Look, I'm an honest dude, alright? I have absolutely no reason not to be. And I'm telling you, I have no plan. And I feel dumb for that, but... Well, actually not just for YouTube, but life in general, but... honestly, all of it really isn't worth the effort actually. Maybe I'll make a few more videos on certain topics that haven't been done before and call it there. I simply feel a bit lost recently, and it feels kind of pointless to some extent. That's just how it is. And yes, you can say that the main reason is that my videos maybe are trash. That's fine. Maybe my titles suck, maybe it's the thumbnails or the videos altogether, because I don't know. I simply don't know. Switching to gaming, the one game I'm really excited about in 2024 is Little Nightmares 3. But I'm slightly worried about the fact that Tarsier Studios isn't making it. And I guess we will just have to wait and see. I think it was Supermassive Games that will do the third game, right? But other than that, there really isn't much more as far as I know. Maybe I'll focus on the backlog this year, finally getting into the Nier series, Halo, maybe even BioShock. And there is still Paper Mario the Origami King that I still haven't touched yet. And yeah, Pikmin 4, Fire Emblem Engage, heck, Xenoblade X, dude. Though, since I already started Xenoblade X, just comes to my mind right now, I may as well also finish at least this streaming project of mine. Not sure about Fire Emblem Engage and Pikmin 4, though Pikmin 4 is a short game, so maybe I'll finish this one as well. Microsoft, aka Xbox, seems to be dying currently, but Senua 2 is coming out this year. PlayStation has Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but once again, I unfortunately never played a Final Fantasy game in my life. Is anything else known on the first party side? Maybe? I think Wolverine, right? Was it slated for this year? I think it was leaked, no? But I can't remember much more. Nintendo is currently releasing one remake and remaster after another, but hey, it seems that the new console will be revealed and released this year, so who knows? I still believe in Metroid Prime 4 being a cross-gen title. I'm not exactly interested in the Peach game, and we know of nothing else new, really. I'm sure that at this point they will keep them for the new system. So yeah, I will probably go after my backlog. I could go on and on what I hope to see and whatnot, but I think it's pretty straightforward. We heard multiple times about the chip that Nintendo will probably use and what specs we can expect. DLSS, it supports ray tracing, PlayStation 4 level performance with DLSS enabled, maybe even slightly above PlayStation 4 Pro or around PlayStation 4 Pro, which is more than fine for a hybrid console. And probably either the next Mario Kart or 3D Mario, Metroid Prime 4, some 4K ports or updates available from one of the Switch games, some janky casual Nintendo games showing off the new gimmicks, and hey, maybe even Wind Waker and Twilight Princess dual pack in 60 frames in up to 4K thanks to DLSS. Who knows? It's all just speculation. I'm quite excited for the next Nintendo generation, and personally speaking, I am the most excited especially for Metroid Prime 4. Is there something you look forward to? Let me know in the comments. Right then, I think that covers all of it for now. I'd like to take a moment and thank John for joining the Glimmer tier on YouTube and being now a member of this channel. Stuff like that definitely increases my motivation to continue, so thanks for that. And once again for Jacob Ramsey, who now is Jake Ramsey, who continues to support through Patreon. Thank you both very much. And a massive thank you all for watching this video. I hope me discussing my channel wasn't too annoying. I hope you were entertained. A like is always appreciated, and I hope you have a real good one. Bye guys, see you later.